Hello friends, welcome to bisptrainings.com. My name is Sumit, and in this video I will be going to cover a concept which I got from my client known as how to implement a setup masking calendar in QlikView. This master calendar can be used with both QlikView and QlikSense. So in this video, I'm going to configure same in QlikView. If you want, you can try same in QlikSense as well. So first, let's try to understand what is master calendar and then we'll see how to set it up. So master calendar is nothing. It's simply a table which contains a time period and time attributes which we would like to include additionally in our data visualization, which is actually not available with original data set, and it can be linked with our existing data. Now let me show you it practically. So for this I'm using a sales data set. So I click on create a new QlikView document. First of all, let me save this file on my desktop as demo. Now I'm going to load edit a script and simply I load the data. So for this I'm loading into a new data and I give name as main data. And here the data file which I'm going to use is sales data set. So let me load that sales data set here. So I click on and load sales data. Yeah, that's the data I'm looking for. And embedded labels. No, I think that was not this one. That's another one. So let me cancel it and load the data again. It's a data set. Yeah, that's the sales data set. And open it. Now, as you can see here in this sales data set, if you carefully check this, you will find out that the dates are not in order. For example, we have sales of 1, then we have sales for 2, and if I scroll it down, then we have sales for, after 2 we have sales for 10. So means we are skipping the data set here, means we are skipping the dates. So first of all, let me load the script and give this name as sales data set. Save it, reload it, and what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to add the order date in a list box. And in order date, you can see the dates are skipped. We have 1, 2, then it directly jumped to 10, 11, 12, 13. After 13, it directly jumped to 22, 23, 24, and so on. So basically, few dates are skipped. So this is with all the years. So we have 4 consecutive years, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 4 consecutive years, 9, 1, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there are some dates missing in all the years. So if I create a simple line chart by using this data, so let me do that. I simply create a line chart, and in this line chart, I set my dimension as order date, and my expression will be sum of sales. Paste, OK, and I'll set this as total sales and finish it. Now, as you can see here in this, the dates are missing. So basically, the chart will not be a proper chart because the dates are not in appropriate order. So let me do that. Let me set the axis, and we have the axis. And if I just move this up, you can see it's in a proper order. One more thing which you can check here, that we do not have year or quarter, year, month, or quarter fields. So one way of doing that is we can click on edit a script, and we have order date. So manually I can create 2 fields. So we have a function called year, and I would like to get year from order date, and rename it as sales year, order date as sales year. And then I want month, so I'll go with month, order date as single quote sale month. So basically we are renaming it. So I'll just save it and reload it. And okay. Now we have sales year and sales month. So I add sales year and sales month. Okay. So we have year and month. Now if I filter it, let's suppose I select year 2009 and I select January. So you can see the dates are not consecutive. The dates are missing in the month of January. Same in the month of February, the dates are missing. In the month of March, the dates are not consecutive. So I would like to have the such kind of functionality which will help me to display the dates between the maximum and the minimum and the maximum range, even though the records are not available or data will not be available to date the data is not available for those time period. So here we can use master calendar. So master calendar can be used to solve this problem. So before we actually apply this, so let's have a look how to apply or how to define a master calendar in a script. So I have already ready to use a script, so I'm going to copy paste the script, and you can also use the same script because the script would be same, only thing is we have to make couple of changes into it. I will be going to explain the script step by step so that you can understand it. So I click on edit a script, and what I'm doing is I'm going to add a new tab and give name as master calendar, and okay. And here the script which I'm going to load is, so I'll just add the script. So that's the script. Now as you can see here, first of all we'll be doing the quarter mapping because we'll be requiring the quarter. So this quarter map will load the, based on the number of rows, it will add the quarter mapping. So it will auto generate the quarters, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4 based on the records. So it will add the quarter, so Q as quarter. Then there's a temporary table which will load the data between the from the order date. So it will figure out the minimum date and the maximum date, because we would like to generate the dates, the missing dates. So first, so for that we should know, we need to figure it out what's the minimum date and what's the maximum date. And because I would like to apply it on order date, so that's why I set it as order date. I want to get it for order date. If you want to know for sales date or any other date you are looking for, so you have to copy paste, you have to rename the field and make sure whatever field you will be mentioning, that should exist. So order date, so as you can see here, we have order date and there's a space between it. So very first thing what I'm doing is I'm going to make this as comment because I'm not going to use it, and I alias it as order date without space. And if I simply, let me do one thing. First of all, let me cut this. I will be adding it again, and when I reload it, when I reload and close it, you can see it's the date is not available. So I'll just copy this and select for order date, and okay. So we have the order dates. Definitely the year and month is not available because we have make them common. If you want to keep them, you can go for them, no worries. If you want to keep them, you can use them. So we have order dates, sales and sales month. Now let's get back to a script, master calendar, and I'm going to paste it. So you see we have ordered. Now this label should be same as minimum date because we are figuring out the minimum and the maximum order date. So I copy this order date from here and paste it. Although I have mentioned it correctly, but just to make sure that there would be no issues, so I'm just pasting it. Then I created two variables, the var min date and maximum date, and it will figure out the numbers. It will turn into numbers and store into the variables. And because now we have got the minimum date and the maximum date stored into variables, so I would not be requiring this temp table. So I drop the table temp here. I'll just mention it, drop temp table. Then I created a new script that is loading the calendar, because this will help us to generate, basically this will be an iteration, and this will generate the missing dates between the minimum and the maximum date. So I write a script here, load dollar minimum date plus, so it's an iteration, and it will keep moving, it will keep going on until and unless it will be less than maximum date. So it starts with minimum date and ends at the maximum date. So it keeps iteration, the iteration will goes on, and it will figure it out the missing date. So basically the dates will appear in a sequence, like we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 is missing, so it will generate 1 2, and then the missing dates will appear along with the month and the year. Then this is the actual script. Now I have figured out the year, month, day, year to date as a last YTD, current YTD, in year, date, month, start, app. So week and weekday. If you are not interested in all these data set, means all these variables, all these fields, you can skip them and you can figure it out only week, year and month. Or if you are interested in days, you can keep the date. If you are not requiring YTD or LTD, you can skip them. Now one more thing, temp date as order date, so it should be mapped. So I'll just copy this again and make sure that this would be mapped with this order date. Paste it, order date, and order by temp date ACC, and finally we'll drop it. So basically we are mapping this with the order date. We are mapping this with this particular order date. And now if I simply reload it, I simply save it and reload it, so it will throw an error message, because right now at present it will throw an error message. Let me show you the error message. It says that table not found, so it's not looking for the sales data. Basically the order date, the minimum and maximum of order date would be extracting from a data set, and the data set we have is, the data set name is, we have renamed this data set as sales data set. So I copy this data set and paste here. So these are the small things which we have to keep in mind. You have to make sure that the minimum and maximum days which we would like to generate, so we need to provide the data set name and also the column name. So basically this is called binding. So we are binding it with the data set. Now if I save and reload it, so we will have, you can see sales data set has been loaded, a quarter map has been generated, and temporary data set has been generated, temp calendar and master calendar. Now before showing you the script, before actually showing you the list box and visualization, first of all let me show the table structure. Now if you look at this table structure, we have this sales data set and there is one master calendar table attached with this sales data set, and this master table contains the values for the respective fields: order date, week, year, month, day, current YTD flag, last YTD RC12, month, year, quarter, week, year and weekday. Now we can simply use it, and as you can see here, just look at the difference. That's the, or just look at the order date. Now you can see previously we have 1 2 and it directly jumped to 10, but now we have all the skip dates as well, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and we have the dates which we skipped. We have all the dates in our list box. So now there would be no chance for skipping any date, and even though you are not operating, you are not doing any sale on that date, still we can include that date in the in our chart. And if so let's have a look how to we have to do a little bit customization, because this chart we are using order date. So I'm just rename I just remove this and set the order date again, and expression I'll simply say OK and apply, and you can see we have sum of sale. Now if I select 2009 and month of January, so we have the sales for complete date 1 2. We have to rename it actually. So what we have to do is we have to because right now it's skipping. So I'll just go to access and click on continuous, and in continuous it will show us all the records. So we have the records, and definitely there it will because of the labels coming like this, but when we click on 2009 will have all the dates: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 and so on. So that's how we have the dates. That's how we can use, or how we can apply master calendar in. So that's all in this video. I hope you got an idea how to apply master calendar in QlikView. If you have any queries, you can write to us on www.bisptrainings.com. You can subscribe our YouTube channel for more videos on QlikView, or you can connect with us for the customized training on QlikView or QlikSense. Keep watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.